What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video log.
What? A video
log? Vlog? No, isn't that what it stands for? Vlog? Video log?
A video log.
Video log.
Let's
AKA
just tell
everybody
that you're 75 years old. And hey, everybody, welcome to our channel. All right, let's try that again.
Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of Ross and Maddie over at TKA, Turbo Kickboxing Academy here in North Kingstown, Rhode Island. Of course, I'm Ross.
I'm Maddie, and welcome back to our channel. It's been a whirlwind ever since we got the keys to this place, and watching this place evolve every single week has been so exciting. And everybody that has joined our journey, we thank you. As of this video, so we started our social media pages December 27th.
Very end of December, yep.
We started our YouTube channel December 30th. As of right now, our Instagram, we have about 800 followers.
A little over.
So
thanks to Coco.
So let's go.
1,000 followers? How soon can we get 1,000?
Yeah, and
let us know.
What should we make Ross do when we get to 1,000 followers? Because I'm trying to make you do something stupid.
Well, I already cut my finger open trying to putty these walls.
Yeah,
so.
Save the stories. But welcome back. This episode, as always, brought to you by Squid Grow.
Thank you guys for everything. And if you noticed, we got a black wall behind us. Things are moving super fast. As Maddie said, it's been a whirlwind, but all the construction is done. We are in the midst of painting. The paint is almost done. Then the flooring that you guys might have seen us pick out on our Instagram, that comes in this weekend. Behind you guys, you can't see it, but all the underlay, the subfloor is ready. So next week we're gonna be putting in flooring, finishing up the paint, finishing up the bathrooms, and the only thing left to do is put our mats in, which get here early February, decorate, and we are ready to go, punching, kicking, kneeing, flying around in here, having fun, kids classes, adult classes, teen classes. We're gonna crush it. We're so excited.
It's cool. It's cool to watch it all come together. Even just deciding paint colors was so hard for us. Like thinking about do we really want a giant black wall in the gym? Like, is that gonna look weird? But I'm digging it. I think it's gonna be awesome.
I was against it.
Yeah.
And I was wrong.
Always.
When it comes to decorating, I am leaving everything to Maddie because I don't know how
I'm trying.
She came up with it, but she's the mastermind when it comes to vision. I'm learning just when it comes to decoration and vision and stuff, I'm just gonna shut your mouth. Zip the lips.
Shut your mouth.
Maddie's the queen.
Yes. We have to tell the story of how many stitches?
5.
5 stitches.
There's only 3 left now. I only got them 2 days ago, but
I
5.
left this man alone for 5 seconds, and you managed to get stitches. What happened?
Shout out to Jesse Batello, Athletic Painting. He is doing an absolute killer job. Not only is he working fast, but he's doing amazing work. So if you guys are in the Rhode Island area, whether it's residential or commercial, whatever it might be, you guys need some painting, some contract work, some handiwork, definitely hit up my man Jesse. Thank you for everything. I've been coming in just because I feel guilty just hiring people, especially my friends, to be like, here's a key, just go do your work and be done. I want to put some blood, sweat, and tears into this, and most people say blood, sweat, and tears, but I guess I meant it. I bled my own blood, and I did it all by myself. But the worst part is, we were here all day. Jesse was crushing it. He worked way too many hours that day, honestly. I tried to get him to go home, tried to get him to eat. He wouldn't do it. He finally was like, dude, I'm fried for the day. I'm going to go. I was like, all right, cool. I had gone out and come back, and I was like ready to do a little bit more work. I was like, listen, if there's anything you need me to do to kind of touch things up before you come back in tomorrow, I'll do it. And he's like, yeah, you could use some compound, putty up the walls, skim the walls so there's no bubbles and holes, and then I'll fill it in tomorrow, sand it, paint it, and we're good. I'm like, got it, no problem. He wasn't gone for 5 minutes, and I had the putty knife, which I'll show you in a minute. I'll bring the murder weapon. And it was caked with compound from the day, so I took sandpaper, and I was cleaning the putty knife like this and just going way too fast because I'm a jerk. And as we've talked about already, I only have one speed. It's 150 miles an hour.
Yes.
And I just went too far, and as I came back, I just gutted myself. So I'll zoom in right here. Nice little 5 banger.
And here
on
I
the thumb.
am at home getting a FaceTime call. I just knew that it was something ridiculous.
Yeah, that's how I
because
roll.
I knew that Ross was alone, and we love Ross. He's a great husband, a wonderful person. Something that Ross is not.
Handy.
He's simply not a handyman, and that's okay.
He's,
You're just a kickboxing savant,
Thanks. It's cool work.
but you're not a handyman. So
Not a
I
handyman.
knew something was going to go down. So you went to the ER, you got your stitches, then you came back and finished the job.
I did, 'cause
which
I'm
I
a
was
G.
not. I was
Yeah.
not thrilled
Now
about.
he's like, come home. Like, nope,
know,
I got to
I
teach
know.
that wall a lesson.
I know.
And
So-
I went back. I actually grabbed the same sandpaper, the same putty knife, cleaned it appropriately with
No, you
stitches
didn't.
in my. Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. When you look at that thing, it's. I'm going to get it right now. I'm going to get the weapon right now. Here it is.
This is my life. This is my life.
Look how smooth that thing is. Well, we used it since. But imagine there was a lot more like caked on.
We
and
used it since. Listen to you.
Sliced me.
Anyway, welcome to my life. Never a dull moment. But it's memories like this where we're just like, all right, we put our blood, sweat, tears into it. Have we cried here yet? Tears
You
of
probably
joy.
have, yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't yet, but Maddie has.
Yeah, tears of joy.
Yeah.
Just being like, oh my God, this is ours.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah. So,
Definitely
I mean,
have sweat, for sure.
Yeah, we're doing the damn thing, and it's coming along great, and we can't wait for you guys to see it.
Yeah. So definitely jump in the comments. Let us know maybe what you're interested in about the school. I'm kind of curious about doing a vlog of like, here's how we opened our gym, like price tags,
Yeah.
like if you're interested in doing this, like get ready with the finances,
Yeah.
all that stuff. So
To be
let
honest,
us
though,
know
it
if you're
hasn't-
interested in that.
It hasn't been that crazy. I mean, it's a down payment on a house.
That's crazy, huh?
I know, but like if you're getting ready to open, first of all, also, this is bigger than most people would go like for their first gym. This is a good sized gym. This is a very good sized gym. This isn't like startup first location type of thing. We just went for it. Thankfully, I saved up a lot of money from like my fight career, and I've been slowly putting stuff away because we actually thought about relocating.
Yeah, we were considering making some big moves.
Yeah, and then, a couple life changes happened, and we're like, you know what? All of our family's up here. We're going to stick around. Maddie's born and bred in Rhode Island. My family's from New York City. My brother and his kids are only, 3 hours away. It's like, if we just uplift and move across the country, like...
I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it.
So, and we love the Northeast, and I think most importantly, we really planted our roots here, especially when it comes to the martial arts community. And what better community to serve than the one that kind of helped us grow? So, we want to kind of put water back into that soil and fertilize the area. And that's what we're doing. And we're like, you know what? Let's just take whatever money we stashed away to buy a new house and...
Just make it a gym.
let's just turn it into a gym. This is going to
But-
be our home anyway, so...
I think it's safe to say that we are New Englanders.
Yeah.
Like through and through. Like when we were considering moving, we were doing a lot of traveling and we were doing a lot of like, ooh, can we see ourselves here? We went to Nashville, we went to Florida, we went,
We didn't even make
Colorado.
it to Texas.
We didn't even make it to Texas.
Texas.
And for me personally, y'all are slow. What is
too
going on?
slow.
Everyone out of New England, you guys are just too slow for me.
Yeah.
Slow paced, slow moving, slow talking. Just the lifestyle is just so much calmer. I'll give
Yeah.
you that. But I have lived 31 years in New England, and the fast-paced lifestyle is really all I know. And also, like, there is just something about a New Englander that you don't find in other places. Like, we're funny as shit.
Sassy.
We're sassy, we're funny, we're witty, we're quick, there's just like a swag to a New Englander. You know what I'm saying?
Which is crazy too, because when I first moved to New England, I thought New England was painfully slow. And compared to New York City, it is. But then you go like to the south.
Yeah, totally
and people
different.
are just kind of moseying along their
Yeah.
day, and I'm like, guys, we got stuff to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
We're
We're New Englanders through and through, so we're
it's
so
working
excited.
Out. It's working out. But again, we're just really happy to kind of invest back into the community that helped us grow. And like we talked about in previous episodes, which if you haven't checked them out, make sure you go check them out. But Maddie is from this town. North Kingstown is where Maddie grew up. That's where she went to school. Middle school, high school, elementary school. Her roots are right here, so it's really cool to kind of feed back into this town and make the most of it, and we're really, really excited.
These chairs that you see, these are the chairs my mother and stepfather sat in year after year watching me play softball at North Kingstown High School, okay? These are the chairs.
It's crazy.
Right? And it's been so just heartwarming to have people that I went to high school with reach out and be like, hey, I don't know if you remember me. We've gone to high school together. We went to high school together. I'd love gym information. I remember you guys. Like, my graduating class was pretty big. North Kingstown was pretty big. But, I mean, our town is small and it's mighty. And I'm just so excited to, officially be a member of the North Kingstown community in a totally different way. And this is going to be big.
And shout out to the community already because, number one, we've been getting so many inquiries online, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, RIP TikTok. But, we were doing so good building. I was becoming an influencer, and now you guys are
fingers crossed.
You're hopeful?
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Right. Well, anyway, we can just swap that over to Instagram. I'm still going to be an influencer here. But we've gotten so many great inquiries. We've gotten asked to do a little seminar for a Girl Scout troop already.
Dude,
our doors are not even open, and people are so pumped about us because we're just putting this information out there, and man, it just makes us so much more excited. But more importantly, it makes us feel like this was by far the best decision we could have made. Our doors aren't open, we're already making an impact, and that's what we're all about.
When we got that inquiry for the Girl Scouts,
so cool. Yeah.
My heart exploded. No, I'm not going to cry right now. I'm not going to cry right now. But that's the stuff we're doing this for.
Yeah.
Personally, that's what I'm doing this for. I'm doing it for the little girls and the young gentlemen that need guidance and want to, learn a new skill and develop themselves in a positive way. Hell yeah. I probably won't say hell yeah in front of the Girl Scouts, but we'll see.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking about what you want, one of the things that we were talking about is what do people need to know about, before the doors are open, before we start doing tutorials, because that's coming. I'm going to be doing a full YouTube tutorial, skills tutorial as we continue to build the gym. But we don't have equipment yet. So until all that stuff kicks off, what do people need to know? And a lot of people in the community already know me, so we're going to get to that as well. But people don't really know Maddie and where Maddie came from and Maddie's journey in the martial arts. So I'm going to put on the interviewer hat. We're going to flip roles. Maddie's the one that's usually the influencer and the media person in the wild, live on set. In the wild, live on set, kind of talking to different people, interviewing them. But now we're going to flip it. Tables are turned. I'm going to interview you so that people can get to know the queen of TKA and what she's all about. Are you ready?
I guess so.
Are you sure?
I think so.
3, 2, 1. Question number 1. Tell us about your first day in the martial arts. Go.
First day.
Day 1. We already know the story. You got invited by a friend.
Yeah.
You never wanted to do martial arts.
Yeah.
You took a free class. Tell me about that class.
Okay, so this was almost 10 years ago. Or no, I don't know. I'm terrible with math. But I was 21 years old. And
10 years ago.
Okay, so 10 years ago, and I walk in. First of all, I'm nervous as all heck because I don't know anything about this world at all. I wasn't watching UFC. I never followed boxing. When I tell you I didn't know anything, I did not know anything.
She was a noob.
I was a noob. And the only reason I was there was because it was free. So I find my friend Bev, shout out to Bev, and we hop on a bag and we just start going. Coach Andrew Cornell starts the class. And one thing about Coach Andrew, he knows how to push the cardio.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So that was your first class, the heavy bag class.
It was the first time. It was my first time putting on gloves. Okay, so Bev is walking me through how to put hand wraps on. She finds a pair of gloves for me, and we go at it. Now, I have never done this before, but I've always been pretty athletic. So a typical class, what is it, 35 minutes, 40 minutes?
Yeah, give or take 40 minutes.
About 5 minutes in, I can no longer lift my arms.
Dry heaving.
I am breathing super heavily.
Did you throw up?
I did not throw up,
Nice.
but one thing that beginners, get ready for this, is your arms just go dead. It is crazy. It was the craziest feeling ever. I'm punching, and my arms became so heavy. It was incredible. So sweating, all that good stuff, class is over, and it needs to be said, one of the biggest reasons that I fell in love with it immediately was because of Coach Andrew and his culture in the gym. Not all gyms are created equal.
Agreed.
And after the class, we're all lined up and he does a mat chat. And he's talking about, he always has some sort of life lesson that really can resonate with everybody.
And it always
hits.
You.
Always hits.
You. It can be the most abstract thing, and it finds a way to just sneak in and just hit you to the core.
It just hits you right in the core.
Shout out Andrew Cornell, Pride Martial Arts.
I don't remember exactly what I said. All I do know is that whatever he said, it made me feel so empowered and at home and welcomed that I got home that day and I told my parents, I just found my new thing. Like, this is really, I was just so jazzed up. After that class, I'm pretty sure I signed up immediately, and I literally have not looked back since. But not only was the class amazing, I enjoyed the cardio, but it was the community around it as well, and just the love and attention and care that Coach Andrew put into those classes and into his students is something that I look forward to doing for our future students, because that's what I got. And when somebody walks in for the first time and begins for the first time, I hope to change their lives the way that Coach Andrew did. I'm going to fucking cry.
She's going to cry.
Damn it.
Told you. Blood, sweat, and Maddie's tears. That's what we have. We have tons of that. My blood, our sweat, Maddie's tears. That's the order generally in which it happens. Okay. Stop crying. All right, so here we go. Question number 2.
Okay.
You were training for how long before you had your first fight?
6 months.
6 months! Holy crap.
Yeah.
6 months of training. Everyone's like, you don't even learn how to tie your shoes in 6 months. It takes longer than that. And you decide to start fighting.
Well, let me make sure. So February, March, April, May, June, July, September, October. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so let's back up a little bit before we talk about your first experience in the ring. What was your first introduction to the ring? Did you see someone else competing? How long were you training before you saw that?
So
let's kind of get into that.
I'm trying to remember the first fight night I ever saw, but it was certainly Lace Up Promotions. Shout out to Amir Abdallah. It's a New York-based fight promotion that
Upstate New York.
That often came to Westerly, Rhode Island, where Coach Andrew and Pride Martial Arts would host. And I'm trying to remember.
Do you remember who the main event was?
Probably Doug Holland.
Yeah.
It's usually Doug Holland.
Doug Holland.
But I think it was Andrew's last fight. I'm trying to remember if that was my first fight night. Well, no, it was definitely the Armory.
Okay.
So when Lace Up was first starting out and when Pride was first hosting fight nights, it was at the Westerly Armory. And if you've ever been to an armory, they're not big by any means, but we would pack that place to the gills. It was just such a vibe.
Yeah.
And if I'm remembering correctly, it was my first fight night was Andrew Cornell's last fight.
Wow.
I decided to bring my mother because I was like, Mom, come and check out what I'm getting involved in.
Mom's first introduction to your new passion was combat night.
Yeah. So it was in the
Wild.
dead of summer. It was hot as hell. The AC didn't work in the armory.
Dang.
We're all sweating. My mom couldn't even stay in the building. She was like, I'm going to go watch from the door. I'm like, okay. So that was the first experience. And just the hot close quarters, the music blasting, the people yelling, people going nuts for Coach Andrew. It was like, there was something inside of me that was like, oh, I'm home. This is awesome. This is great. And from then on, I was like, yeah, I think I definitely want to fight. And, you know, a couple months go by, and Coach Andrew would always say, like, put in the work and, you know, the opportunities will come. Yeah. And an opportunity came, and I was like, let's do it. Let's freaking do it. And I was so ignorant to what I was getting myself into. I wasn't nervous. I was just so pumped. And
Typical
it was
first fight vibe.
Oh yeah, it was the best experience. I didn't win, but it didn't matter. Like,
died and came back to life after round 1, right? Did you get the adrenaline dump?
Yes.
Yeah,
so my first fight was in October of 2015.
Nice.
And yeah, so 10 years, 2015, October of 2015.
That's nuts.
And there's nothing like fight night. Absolutely nothing. The adrenaline dump is 100% real, if you've heard that term. I come out in the first round, and I'm known to be what they call a bulldog, where I just go forward and I throw a lot at once. I still fight that way, just a little cleaner.
One speed.
Yeah.
Full intensity.
Yeah. So I cleaned it up a bit.
You're gonna give him hell for about 90 seconds.
Yeah, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
I gassed out after the first round. Mm-hmm. And so I get out there, and I went from going 95 miles an hour to about 45, and I'm just trying to get through. And the girl had way more experience than me, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
But it
you're
was.
Here to tell the story.
I'm here to tell the story, and it was great.
So let's fast forward, because we could sit here all day and talk about all the crazy experiences you've had. How many times did you step in the ring to compete?
13.
13 times. Fun fact, those of you who followed my career, Maddie had more amateur fights than I did. Isn't that wild?
But it's because you were ready to turn pro.
No, but doesn't matter. You did more than me.
I guess.
Pretty sick. Pretty sick. I was also much older when I started my amateur career, but nonetheless, more amateur fights than I did, so pretty dang cool. So now we fast forward a little bit more. Maddie had her competition career. Tell me about some of the people that you met along the way. And we don't have to name names if you don't want to, but you know, I think the martial arts community is one of those places where you meet so many people. Like, in my 30 years of doing martial arts, I can't even count how many people I've interacted with, and you know, both nationally, internationally. But some of the friendships that I've forged through martial arts have been my longest standing, most trustworthy friends, like people to my core. They are my circle, and I know that's the same for you. So, you know, how did you kind of find that, and what do you think it was about the martial arts that brought you all together?
Yeah, I don't know. I think, well, the first two names that come to mind are April Canavan, now April Eaton, and Lauren Morgan. Lauren and I started basically a couple weeks apart on our martial arts journey. April had been there for, I want to say, a few years prior. And we all, just us three, kind of clicked and gravitated towards each other. And I think all of us joined. We all joined for different reasons, but at its core, I think we all joined looking for community, looking for a place that we could get that, like, team feeling again, because all of us were athletes, and we were missing that team feeling, you know? And I think, and then we just really enjoyed each other's vibe. Like, I don't think if I were to run into April or Lauren in the outside world, I don't think we would have ever become friends. We're all so different.
Very different.
But what keeps us together is our love of martial arts, which is just so interesting.
Well, I think what initially kept you together. Now that you guys
it's
know
friendships.
each other,
I mean, they were in our wedding.
Sure.
You know, so they were in our
These are the people that Andrew married us. Coach Andrew was our JP. I mean, and that's what I mean with like the martial arts. You end up finding your community, and that literally is your circle. It's wild how that all worked out.
Yeah.
So yeah, super cool that you were able to kind of build your nest. Right, that's what we call it.
Yeah, and it's cool to watch us all grow. And April is a gym owner herself. South Coast Self Defense in New Bedford, Mass. They crush it. Dave Eaton, her husband, they do amazing stuff in New Bedford. And now we're joining that kind of era, and it's just Lauren is crushed. She's literally, as we speak, she's refueling and getting ready to fight tomorrow night. So I mean, it's so cool to watch us all grow and grow up.
More tears from Maddie.
Nope, no more tears. No more tears.
All right. And my last question for you. So you've done it from the student side. You've done it as the competitor. You've done it in the media world, interviewing other competitors. Now you get to flip the switch, the complete other side of the spectrum, and now you get to be on the coaching side. Just me telling you, Maddie, you are now going to be a head coach at Turbo Kickboxing Academy. Here we go.
I'm not going to cry.
Oh, okay.
Shut up.
Just instant, first gut-wrenching reaction, go.
Panic.
Why panic?
Panic. I'm panicking.
I think the question is, what do you think your style of teaching is going to be?
Oh, man. I think my style of teaching is going to be very motivational and like, you got this, queen type of attitude.
Rah, rah, let's go build them up.
Yeah, but I also understand the value of pushing people past their limits, because that's some of the coaches that I've had along the way, the ones that made the biggest impact were the ones that took the time to push me past my limits. And the ones that sat me down when I wasn't acting right, and the ones that, put me in my place when I was, getting too big of a head or whatever. That's the coach that I want to be for our students, is somebody that is going to push you past your limits. I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader and your biggest critic at the same time. And I just want to bring out the best in people, and that can get uncomfortable, but I'm excited to just really push people past what they thought was their limit.
Coming from someone who's been there for a very long time and knowing that you have zero experience as a coach so far, that is the recipe of being a good coach. Being able to build people up, cheer them on, but also have that barrier of like, listen, this is what we need to get better, and I'm going to make you uncomfortable, because growth happens outside of your comfort zone. It's the only place it happens. And the only place where success comes before work is the dictionary. Shout out Jotty Tension for that one. That's a Jottyism. Success comes from before work only in the dictionary. So we know that. We've lived it. We've trained it. And now we get to give it back. So I'm really excited. I hope that was just a little blurb of you guys getting to know Maddie Levine as who she is as a person, but also who she's going to be on the mats and at the front desk and managing this place, because somebody needs to do it, because I sure as hell can't. So it's going to be amazing, and we can't wait to explain it all to you guys and show you firsthand. So make sure you stay tuned. We're going to have big announcements coming soon. Our merch is coming very, very soon. We're going to be dropping that. Our intro prices, our VIP programs, our founders programs, prices that will never, ever, ever be seen again. The first massive block of students is going to have access to that, so we're going to be dropping that information. We'll be dropping more videos on how the gym comes together. And last but not least, opening dates. Soft opening and our grand opening dates are coming soon. Stay tuned. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you in the next episode.
Like, share, subscribe.
Squid Girl, roll it.